I was looking at my game and wondered why it was running so slow. Then I saw it. The computer was calculating millions of light rays all over the place, all at the same time. Hey there, and welcome to the 13th devlog for Neon Revolution, a 3D parkour platformer video game where you transform a world without color and lights into a disco celebration. Today, I'm going to be giving a status update on the game, explain a little about light baking, and go over what I have to do with my game yet. Before I go on, I'm Caleb, the one-man team behind the Odyssey Frontiers studio. If you would consider leaving a like on the video and subscribing to the channel if you aren't already, that would be awesome. Let me get right into the video. I first discovered light baking when I was looking for ways to make my game run better, because it was running pretty slow, especially on lower end PCs. Although it sounds like it, light baking is not actually putting light in the oven and getting a vibrant cake, although that would be pretty cool. It is actually pre-calculating the millions of light bounces in a game, so it doesn't need to be done while it's running. It calculates a certain amount of light rays from a light source to each object in the scene, and then sees what places they bounce off of. It stores that data and calculates in a 2D map that the engine then overlays on all the objects, which shows the lighting without the frame rate drops. The actual bake process is all automated, so I don't really have to do anything for that part, but the hard part of it is actually preparing the game for that baking. I have to firstly go in and place a bunch of lights and spotlights and everything to illuminate all the objects properly, and then go in and make sure that each object that I brought from the 3D modeling software I use is properly light mapped and everything so that the light rays know where to bounce off of. I also have to set up the lights that will be calculated to baked and then set each object to static, which means that it won't be able to move and then includes it as part of the light bake. The final thing that I have to do is adjust the bake settings themselves to get a good quality bake without it taking a couple of days. Yeah, I had ones that have taken a couple of days or so. It's not fun, it takes forever. This process seems like a big chore, but honestly, it is so worth it. It instantly improves runtime performance because the computer doesn't need to work as hard to calculate all the light rays. And sometimes I do need to use a few real-time lights that aren't baked, but not nearly as many now. Some of these are like moving spotlights or lights for moving objects. But all of this means that you get higher frames per second and less lag as the end player, which is always good. It also ends up looking better, because if you don't bake the lights, then Unity will start taking away some lights on certain objects to save on performance, which gives you a better frame rate, but it does not look good. As for right now, I am waiting for these bakes to get done, but after that, I'll be able to finish up a few more things in Neon Revolution, such as adding like sound effects to the environment, like collision sounds if a box hits the ground or something, or an idle sound if a car in the city is just sitting there idling, that kind of stuff. I also have to change the music up a little, because I'm not a big fan of the tracks that I have right now, to be honest, but we'll figure it out. After audio stuff, there is just some tutorial screens I have to add yet. These are just screens that introduce a new obstacle or enemy. They show what it looks like, the name, and give a little description of how to use it as well. These are super helpful for teaching you as the player what everything is in the game for the first time when you're first seeing it and how to interact with it and what it's there for. I just have to add a few of these in the game yet to introduce these new abilities and enemies down the line. But other than that, there's not much else I'll have to do in the game to finish it. I'm really hoping to be done this by the new year with my development process and then release it sometime in January. Don't worry, you all will be the first to know when it comes out. I'll make sure to post it on my YouTube channel and my other social media outlets as well. Well, I hope that you got something out of this video today. If you did, I would really appreciate it if you would like the video and possibly subscribe. Please put any comments or questions that you have in the comments below. I'd really appreciate it. In the meantime, if you're at a similar point in your game dev process or just want to learn more about how it works, check out my devlog about how I make art in my game by clicking right here. Also, I know this time of year can be really busy for a lot of people, and it can be hard to get motivated to work on stuff, especially game development. If that's you, just like me, I just released a video about staying motivated while developing games that you can view by clicking right here. Thanks for watching.